Hey guys and welcome, this is IIzTrollin here with iGaming, part of IIzzy Industry Corporation. We're going to be starting off with the new Stellaris game today. The Overlord DLC just dropped and it added a lot of new mechanics for vassalization and controlling other galactic civilizations. So I went through and created a Earth start for us based on kind of the Doomsday prep. So we'll go through and take a look at our entire faction here and get the first little bit done. Not really worried about the appearance or anything like that because that changes based off your ruler and stuff. Species, we're human, whatever. Ship prefix would be New World Order, NWO. And then the traits we're starting with our original people here is intellect because of the increased research, and then docile so we can have a higher population. If I understand, I haven't played Stellaris in years, so I hope I'm understanding the empire size from Pop's negative 10% correctly, which means we can grow 10% larger than normal, if I'm understanding it correctly. To set those off, I took weak because it's a trait we can breed out of our people or genetically modify out, and sedentary because I don't really care about them moving around. They're more just stuck in their ways, like we are here on Earth. So our home world is Sol System, everything there. City appearance, humanoid, nothing different. Origin, though, we're going to go with, this is new from when I played last, so it gives you a little different start. We're going to go with the Doomsday prep origin. It is where your civilization homeworld is highly unstable. It is only a matter of time before it explodes. There's only hope to seek as refugees elsewhere before it's too late. You only have 35 to 45 years from the game start to get off your planet before it... don't know what happens. Valuable resources from the doomed planet's mantle boost production on the surface. No guarantee habitable worlds will spawn near your home system. But playing with Sol, we know we have Alpha Centauri within reach. There's some other origins that maybe on another campaign we'll go through, play something else. I did do a galactic doorstep, I believe. That was pretty interesting. It sends different stuff at you. There is a lot of different ones I'd like to try throughout this. Hopefully we'll get time because there's another game coming out, Terra Invicta, that we're going to be diving deep into next month. However, starting out, we are also, I wanted to go with a dictatorial. So we hold an election upon the ruler's death to select a new one. It increases our empire size by negative 10% as well. I didn't want to do a successor like an imperial rule or anything like that, or an oligarchy. I wanted something where we had one ruler that for their entire life, and then it was elected based off the population. We also, because our planet is doomed, we are fanatic materialists because we want robots to be able to live on the doomed planet after, if it doesn't blow up. I don't know exactly what happens with it, but also that research speed is a huge boost for us, so we can get further, faster, stuff like that. And then we also want militaristic, just because we know we're going to have to defend ourselves out in the galaxy, and with not having any system, or our system being doomed within the next 40 years, we will need the military to be able to defend ourselves. If you hear the door opening, that's the dog coming in to say hi. We also went with technocracy to maximize efficiency. The society is governed according to the principles of science and rationality. The personal whims of an ignorant and dangerous, unqualified political elite must not be allowed to interfere. Again, because our planet is doomed, why we're going with this. And then again, just going with the whole theme of Doom Planet needing military trained, we need smart people and people that are really good in the military, fleet and ground. Ground not as important because we're not going to be defending our homeland. Our home planet is gone, so we need better admirals. Distinguished admiralty. The fleet and the admiralty have unusually prominent roles in their society, wielding a great deal of influence in political circles. They have pick of the litter when it comes to new military recruits. Admirals in general start at level 3. Ships fire 10% faster, and our admirals can we get 1 extra level cap on them and 10 extra They can handle 10 extra units, I guess. I'm not exactly sure on that fleet command limit, how to describe that right now. But once we get in, we'll be able to take a look. Advisory, just basic.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see the lower limit of...
The laws of science.
Workers of the galaxy,
I like that.
the springs of cooperation flow most abundant. The springs of cooperation...
Pebbles roll downhill.
To live is to consume.
Boundless.
Human technocracy has a bad name. Whatever. Our flag doesn't really matter. Everything else is done, so we are just going to hit the done button. We're going to play on the largest galaxy. Four-arm spiral. Same 1% habitable world. Basically everything is the same on here. Actually. I'm going to do random empire placements. It makes it a little bit more interesting instead of knowing people are going to be around you. The one thing I did turn off is victory year, so we can play forever basically. It is on Iron Man mode for that reason exactly, because there's no time frame. If we get taken over, we will be able to just rebuild our empire or go on. I haven't played in a while, so we're starting on Insignia, just a normal difficulty. We'll see how that goes. Crisis is random. Scaling difficulty off because infinite time. AI aggression is high. Okay, so AI will be more aggressive with wars. Sorry, I was reading that to myself. Mid-game start crisis, I bumped up a couple hundred years, or I think 50 years from baseline, and then I bumped up the in-game 100 years, just to give us a little more time and play around more. So let's get started. Alright, we'll just hit that. We'll start going. As earthquakes and volcanoes activate on Earth, as earthquakes and volcano activity on Earth continue to increase in frequency and intensity, our scientists are now able to more accurately predict the end of when will come. They estimate that we have between 35 to 45 years until the planet detonates. Conditions on the surface will steadily deteriorate until then. The only good news is that the volcanic tectonic movement have made it easier to access the rich resources of the Earth, of the planet's mantle, increasing our production capacity. So we get a plus 10 devastation modifier, negative 30% habitability, but 30% to job or alloys, minerals, and energy collection. Stability goes down and immigration pull, so people won't want to migrate to this planet if we had other planets. Goes down, but the immigration push goes up, so they will want to move away once we find other planets, which will be nice.
Construction project concluded.
Our first goal is going to be getting consumer goods up and running, I believe. I think will be the best option. Where is the other... There it is. And then there's Alpha Centauri.
Construction project concluded.
The New World Order, Dasmath, the fighter, has discovered a previously unknown strategic resource in Alpha Centauri 2, doubled volatile motes. Oh cool, these pre-natural particles contain a tremendous amount of energy which could be exploited in energy production as fuel or even as explosives. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should consider establishing control over the system for its future. Well, yeah, I mean we already planned on it, it's right next door, so that's awesome. That gives us a little boost. We are going to set up a monthly trade agreement though, for buying consumer goods, 5 right off the bat. And we don't really care about the price. We just want to make sure that we're not bleeding trade or consumer goods until we can get some population up and running. We have 1 available job and no populations. Our amenities are low. Stability is low. Nothing we can really do right now on that end.
Anomaly found.
Not worried about the anomaly right now. We just need to find another planet. Find our next habitable
Construction project concluded.
world. Evading hostile fleet. Construction ship has encountered a hijack. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Centuries ago, a group of radical priests and their devout followers on Earth broke away from their established religions to form their own church. These extremists called themselves the Pentient Ones and have been responsible for many atrocities and acts of terror over the years. Although they have kept a low profile in modern times, we recently learned that many of their agents have infiltrated our military. These renegades have secretly been diverting resources to the construction of a small fleet of starships at the hidden facility on Earth. When their treachery was revealed, the cultists blasted into orbit on their ships and fled to Mars. Begins.
Situation log updated.
See, and then they're just going to be fighting over our. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
System survey concluded.
Some extra XP. Let's go this way because it might be a dead end over here, and if that's the case, we'll be able to block up over there. Just curious on that, and we'll know the next path. Our valiant space forces have skillfully disabled a ship in the cultist armada. It is mostly intact, and we are picking up faint life signals from inside its hull. Once we have eliminated all threats in the immediate vicinity, we should conduct a boarding operation to secure any survivors. They may be able to tell us more. Alrighty then. Situation log updated. AP for now. Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? It's been a while. Situation log. Alright, there we go. It takes about 60 days. That's going over there. So I just realized I use my numpad, the plus key, for my pausing and stopping of recording. So I apologize if it's been paused for a while. I do not know where I was last left off, and I apologize for that. So, first contact protocol. Our recent encounter with alien lifeform has reignited and made suddenly more urgent the old debate on how we should approach contact to any potential intelligent alien civilizations we meet. While some advocate focusing on establishing friendly relations as quickly as possible by contacting them with a message of peace, others advise caution, pointing out that we cannot unknown whether alien minds bear ill intent towards us, and it would be unwise to let them know too much about us before it's necessary. A third and more radical group push for preemptive action against them. With the security of all humans at risk, they say, we dare not hesitate to take whatever measures necessary to gain the upper hand against any potential xenon threat. So, with us knowing our planet is doomed, we found one other planet to live on right now. You know what? We shall grant Xenons with open arms.
Shipwreck studied.
Ooh.
Fascinating.
Nice. That's pretty good. Earth still. We need to build another one of these, but it only increases consumer goods by 1. Whoops. So instead, let's do civilian industry, because it makes 2 artists. Wait, actually, if we go back and look at population, artisan jobs.
Anomaly found.
Oh, we don't. Okay, so it's only producing 5 from 2. $11 overall, taking 12 minerals. Okay, so create 2 artisan jobs. We have enough minerals to be able to supply that. And that's going to be important whenever we move to another planet too, whenever we get over here. Ooh, and trade goods on Stagma. Good deal.
System survey concluded.
Okay. So I think the next thing we should do is survey down there, survey up there, there. Actually, let's just go down there first. Get the hyperlanes next. You know what?
Anomaly found.
Finish surveying that system, then go survey that system and that system. Hey, new skill. That's good. Leader experience gain. Tundra world, eh. It's gonna be very important to block ourselves in. Which it looks like... Just keep going down a little bit further. Because that hyperlink connects through here. But if it stops down there... Yet another cultist fleet. Another one.
Evading hostiles.
Ooh, that's not good. That's a big one too. Okay. Well, we know the hyperlane ends there. So let's go this way now.
System survey concluded without incident.
Because if we... Oh, holy crap. We are blocked in over here. Might be this hyperlane that moves out, but I couldn't... Wait, actually, crap. We need to go up to there to make sure, and then back over here. See, this is a tough one right now because I don't know what we need. Expansion is always nice. But we... Okay, yeah, we'll go expansion size first again. Alright, so we can go cancel that now. Perfect. We have 2 available jobs. So it's gonna be a while. I think it's time.
Evading hostiles.
Man, these cultists are everywhere. Okay, so let's get an admiral recruited once we can. 150 for him. Let's go to our shipyard. We'll just crank out 6 corvettes. Excellent. Another continental world. We'll be able to at least establish defense system there. I would like to be able to clear this out. 300 though. It's tough. Scientists all leveled up. Perfect. We're locked in back here. Through hyperlanes at least. Computers.
Research concluded.
We gotta take the advanced AI research speed. Being able to research stuff faster is just way too important. Especially early game, with our planet going to be blown up.
Another day, another scientific breakthrough.
Oh, that's a tough one. Pop growth speed or farming? I think farming because we're low on food. And I think that affects our research. Or not our pop growth. Well, I know it does. Population. No, it doesn't. But more food is better.
Research concluded.
Coil guns will probably be the next best thing. Just get stronger weapons. Got 10 now. And once the coil guns are done. We've had this science ship not doing anything this entire time. Whoops. Could at least just go start surveying systems that we know are safe. Okay. A relic world. Wow. Strange. Huh. You know what? We'll go with somebody that can gain experience faster. We want the relic world. How long until 65 months? So not even something I'm going to worry about. Relatively close. We're just going to go clear this fleet over here. Our goal is going to be putting a starbase here. Well, maybe. We know now, without a doubt, that thriving biosphere is not something unique to Earth. Both the scientific community and public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of life found in the galaxy. Efforts to catalog life forms have encountered are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus on our planetary survey efforts on habitable life-bearing worlds.
Situation log updated.
We need to figure out if there's any civilizations in that area. Ooh, they got a Corvette. Oh no, that's a battleship.
Initializing hostile engagement protocols.
We have located what I believe to be could be an ancient subspace gateway near a Weldon black hole. It appears to have part of a galaxy-wide network of similar stations, which will, when operational, allow near-instant travel from. Wow. At some point after initial construction, it is connected to the rest of the network, was severed. It now offers only one valid destination, an uncharted group of stars just beyond our galaxy that, and our astronomers have designated the L cluster. Even more intriguing, the gateway was built entirely by microscopic nanites of an unknown design. Although the gateway emits a faint power signature, it has been deliberately locked into some kind of maintenance loop that prevents its activation. Until we find some way of aborting this process, the L cluster will remain beyond.
Situation log updated.
This is going to be a close one, because that battleship makes a huge difference.
Anomaly found.
We've lost one ship so far. We're about to play focusing all of our firepower right onto that battleship, though. There we go. There we go. Now it's melting. There it is. There it is. Intelligent life taunts with pointed absence. Reads a popular Newsnet post on Earth. The people of human technocracy are apparently finding some humor in the fact that lower forms of alien life are now a matter of public record, but potential equal from the stars continue to elude us. The report of traces of alien life that were found seemingly only add an ironic twist to the situation. We've almost got it. Perfect. The cultist fleet operating in the Lunar system has been destroyed in battle. Perfect. So what do we need? You need to get over there. And you guys need to repair and reinforce. Okay. We'll buy some food. We'll just buy it. So this guy has a L cluster in it. We can bump it back up a little bit.
Evading hostiles.
Okay, so now we know. There's aliens over here, so we are definitely going to want to set up on this relic world ASAP. Ship's all good to go. Alright.
Shipwreck studied. Fascinating.
Planet-wide machinery. There's a decaying machinery covering Hexia 4. Originally constructed a staggering several thousand years ago, the fate of an alien engineering who built it is unclear, as they no longer inhabit the planet. The machinery spanned the majority of the surface of the planet, crisscrossing mountains and oceans alike, and even extended far below the planet's surface in a vast network of underground facilities. Has been constructed using identical materials and serial codes, suggesting a single institution created the entire network. From the long overgrown architectural sectors to the collapsing energy generation and transforming system and extensive communication array, all of the industrial and entertainment needs of this planet lost inhabitants were met by this one super machine. Remarkably, some of these mechanical sectors are still functioning, sending and receiving local signals, lightening up long rotted ghost towns and watering great swaths of what must have once been agricultural land. Deep scans of the planet's crust suggest that sprawling machinery control center is located underground. We will have to excavate if we want to reach. As for this strange organic tissue covering most of the planet spanning machinery, our science teams thus far remain baffled by its nature. Let's get that construction ship moving over there. I want to block this up because we know that's a civilization over there. And it looks like we are trapped in over here. So, good news. We only have to worry about over here and over here. Where is this fleet? They are already heading there.
Research concluded.
Ooh, faster research speed. That's what we needed. Let's grab that research station output. Hey! Alright, and nothing's damaged here. Cool. So we can just send them home. Okay. Good to go there. How much more do we have? 3 more. It's gonna be out in 12 months. People without jobs. Cool. So that means build an agricultural district. We have some good planets in our system. A relic world, 21 continental, 22 continental. Just hope we can get the stuff we need.
System survey concluded.
Alright. Cool, and we can flat out just start building that right away. So the next thing we need to do is start... Let's probably go survey this black hole.
Shipwreck study. Fascinating. An alien empire has established communications.
I'm still trying to figure out why we're not making enough food. We're down a farmer still. That'll be fine.
Construction project
Cool.
concluded.
Wow, they were just mining drones over there? Even better. Man, we were getting lucky. Let's colonize this. This L gateway has me worried, though. Earthquakes are now almost a daily occurrence on most of Earth, and at least a dozen new supervolcanoes have appeared within the last few years. Massive ash storm blankets the skies, making air travel hazardous or even impossible in some regions. Temperatures have dropped by several degrees. Despite all this, a surreal sense of normalcy prevails on the dying planet's surface. Rubble from collapsed buildings is slowly removed. The swirling ash is swept off the busiest streets, and the lava flows are, where possible, diverted. The people endure. Things will only get worse. Yeah. But we found a relic world. We'll launch anti-crane campaigns. Try and keep stuff down. During the survey of the Warden Black Hole, the New World Order fighter discovered a previously unknown strategic resource dubbed dark matter. Oh my god. This exotic substance has many properties that seems defy natural. Wow, we are getting really lucky here. Where is my other survey ship?
Construction project concluded.
Let's get him moving.
System survey concluded.
And just start surveying our defensive system now. The New World Order mutant, the Yellow Crew, are eager to report they have uncovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring species on F29893, who appear to have inhabited a planet some several million years ago. While it is unclear why this species, who call themselves Gurnor, disappeared from the Sonoros system, our scientists have isolated a promising archaeological dig site on their planet. Perhaps further study will yield more. Man, that's a lot.
Anomaly found.
Not able to research yet.
Research concluded.
More food. Let's get planetary unification underway. I think that's going to be really good for us. And our ship is off. And I think that's going to be a good pausing point for now, since our first colonial ship is on their way. It's only taken us, I think, 11 years since the start to get there, but not a big deal. We got a pretty big sector, and we haven't encountered any other aliens yet, or any other sentient life that's in the galaxy. So we have a pretty good sector in here. I will catch you guys next time. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, donate if you want, all that bullshit that I don't really care about but have to say, so we can get the views and get subbed and all that fun stuff. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.